be grateful for your parents.
Today I wanted to talk about something really important, something that matters to me the most every day in my life. And for that I needed some nature. So let me find a cool spot to sit down and then we'll go straight into it. Hello guys, if you don't know me, my name is Nimra. I found my bench. Okay, so first of all, if I really have to start by somewhere, to be really general, oh my god, it's ready.
It's okay for you, I can endure the rain. I was saying, if I really have to start by somewhere, I would say this: be grateful for your parents, especially if they're immigrants. Because the more I grow up and the more I realize that my parents, they gave up everything they could for me to have the life they didn't have, for me to have the best life they could give me, and don't waste their efforts. And I know teenage, young adults may find hard to compromise with them, to understand their behaviors, because there's a huge gap between the cultures. For me, my parents came from Pakistan and I grew up in Paris. I was born there, so I had a French and Pakistani background, and of course I grew up with French people. It's really hard for me to find a good Pakistani friend, especially because I grew up in Paris, in the city. And the more I grew up, the less I realized that I was diverging with my parents' background, but I learned a lot. They teach me a lot. And of course I will never forget the values they tried to transmit to me, and I just admire how strong they were for the time when they arrived in France. They had so less knowledge, so less of technology skills that we now have so easily, especially if you just have a phone today. You are so powerful. I hope you realize that. And they didn't know where to start. They did it. Wow. It was like a miracle. I know that there is somewhere in between where they also did it for themselves because they wanted to escape from their poor country. But even when you think about this, when I was younger, I used to go back to Pakistan and it was my holidays. For them, it was going back to where they were born, to where they grew up, and how privileged I was to go there, to enjoy my time, while they were going back to their survival mode. And I think there are a lot of reason to be ashamed of your background, especially in our societies nowadays, where we only fancy rich people and, you know, superficiality. I don't know how to say it, but material world is temporary. Like something you have can just be destroyed or lost, or you have to understand that it's really material and they did so much. It's a duty for you to honor their work, their hard work, because whenever I look back, I feel the guilt. And I don't want you to feel that guilt. Even though nowadays it's less, I feel the guilt like I didn't respect them enough when I was younger. I want you to escape from this society for a moment, just to realize that there's nothing to be guilty for. You were born, you have the life you have, and it's a value, real advantage. It's easy to feel the difference between the others and you, but of course you're going to be the difference because you have a legacy with you that nobody can take from you, and be proud of this. There's nothing to be ashamed for. And me when I was younger, my goodness, I used to hate my brown skin. I used to hate everything I could hate that would relate to my origins, and it was a pure waste of time. And now that I embrace it, now that I can find that beautiful in me, that I wear that legacy, that I wear their history, I feel more empowered. And that's the truth. Society wants you to feel the guilt because they know the power you could have if you just embrace the fact that you are the difference. I find someone way more attractive when they accept who they are and their authenticity than someone who's rejecting a part of himself. Like, you just feel it. It's energy. I don't want to turn this into a podcast, and I have so much more things to say, but I'll stop right now because I have a life in London and I have to carry on. But I'll come back for sure to say what I have to say, and I really hope my video finds the good people. Have a nice day, guys. It was Nimra.
I'm glad to meet you.